All references to climate change, except one which makes fighting climate change seem like a really bad thing, have been removed as of 12 p.m. Eastern Time on Friday, January 20th. At 11:59 a.m. Eastern Time, the Obama White House website had a long list of information about the threat of climate change, the steps the federal government had taken under President Obama to fight it. And at noon, the instant that Donald Trump took office, the page was gone, as well as any mention of climate change or global warming, except for referring to President Obama's climate action plan as harmful, unnecessary, and something that the Trump administration would get us out of. Preventing climate change is harmful and unnecessary. What has to happen for Trump to change his position on that? Trump Tower falling into the ocean? First, America first during his inauguration speech, an old anti-Semitic slogan. Trump asked not to use it by the Anti-Defamation League. And then now, the only place that climate change is mentioned on the Trump White House website is negative. Of course, scientists and professors around the country were downloading and rehosting all of that climate change data. Some people, Pat, said, oh, it's paranoid because nothing's going to change about all this under Donald Trump. Within seconds of Donald Trump being inaugurated, everything about climate change gone from the White House website.
That's exactly right. I guess he wasn't persuaded by the meeting that he had with Al Gore and Ivanka Trump during the transition. I mean, we don't really know too much about his position on climate change. He's made some hilarious comments about it. But the issue here is that Republicans are back in control. And of course, they're going to defer to the interests of big oil and big coal.
Yeah, I mean, all of his references to climate change is a hoax created by the Chinese. What does Trump really think? I don't know. He got a lot of mileage from that. But ultimately, what Pat is pointing out is what matters, which is look at who has been appointed to work for Donald Trump and look at some of the other little bits and pieces that are on the Trump website, as, for example, the following quote. For too long, we've been held back by burdensome regulations on our energy industry. President Trump is committed to eliminating harmful and unnecessary policies such as the Climate Action Plan and the Waters of the U.S. rules. This lifting these restrictions will greatly help American workers. Yeah, get those coal miners their jobs back. Coal makes no sense. It's laughable to try to revitalize the coal industry, as Donald Trump claims to want to do. The world is laughing at us. And by the way, not that this is something to brag about for Obama, domestic oil production grew more under President Obama than under any prior president in U.S. history. It's embarrassing that this is what the Donald Trump administration is doing. Meanwhile, India's rebuilding their energy infrastructure from the ground up around clean energy sources. China, like I told you last week, is closing down plans for 80 to 100 coal plants and investing $360 billion in clean energy. And we're going backwards and trying to revitalize coal.
Well, at least this was the only topic that the White House website took down from its site, right?
LGBT stuff as well, I believe. So
civil rights.
Civil rights as well. Yes, not the only thing at all, and very, very disturbing. And we're going to keep following it, and it's going to get bad. And we need independent media at this time. I've been harping about it for months. It has never been more clear, and I hope you'll join us as a member at davidpakman.com/membership.